The Toronto Blue Jays have reportedly added another arm to the starting rotation. According to multiple reports, Toronto has signed right-hander Chris Bassitt to a 3-year deal worth $63 million. The 33-year-old went 15-9 with a 3.42 ERA last season with the Mets. He was also among the top 25 pitchers in innings pitched last season. Now, with a deeper look at the Jays' wheeling and dealing this offseason, we're joined live now by MLB.com's Julia Kruez. Good morning, and thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, Julia, let's start with Chris Bassitt. What does he bring to the rotation? Is he a workhorse? Is he a show horse? Or is he both?
Definitely not a show horse. I think that the main adjective that I would use to describe Chris Bassitt is stability, and that is exactly what the Blue Jays needed in this rotation coming into this offseason. When you have a guy with a lot of upside like Alek Manoah and a guy like Kevin Gausman with the experience and the strikeouts in that rotation, it makes sense for the Blue Jays to sign someone to the middle of the rotation that can bring that stability and sort of bridge the gap between those two aces and the numbers 4 and 5, who right now are looking like maybe Jose Barrios or Yusei Kikuchi. Later on, we're probably going to see prospect Ricky Tiedemann come into this conversation as well. But what Chris Bassitt does is he gives the Blue Jays a solid number 3 starter so that they can explore their number 4 and 5 options here.
Let's talk about the Jays also picking up Kevin Kiermaier from Tampa, solid defender, experienced big leaguer as a lefty bat, which they really need. He's coming off hip surgery from a year plus ago. He's 32. Is this a guy that can replace or at least spell off Springer in center field defensively too?
Certainly, and we knew that this was also a big question mark for the Blue Jays coming into this offseason, was what to do with center field. When you trade away a Teoscar Hernandez like the Blue Jays did early on in the offseason, it is very clear that this team was looking to add a solid outfielder for their lineup here. And Kiermaier gives them just that. He is a tremendous defender. He's a guy that has some pop in his bat. So not only will he give you stability in center field, he will also come in as a guy who can give you power and give you a hit in the big moments. Now, no one is expecting him to be a power first or even a bat first type of center fielder, but he does diversify the Blue Jays lineup, which was a mandate coming into this winter, and he gives that solid defensive presence as well.
Back to the starting rotation, Kikuchi obviously needs to have a bounce back. So does Barrios in a big way. I mean, he must have a very long leash, right, given the money and his sort of legacy.
Exactly. I think that the Blue Jays signed him for a reason. Jose Barrios was a guy that came with a track record. He does get a lot of swings and misses. He has different pitches that can make those things happen for the Blue Jays in the big moments. He is known for going deep into games and getting double digits in strikeouts. It is true that this was an off year for Jose Barrios, and I don't think anyone will argue that. But Ross Atkins has spoken time and time again about his faith in Jose Barrios, and there's no reason to believe that he won't have a bounce back next season based on how he has behaved and how he has played in recent years. But it is undoubtable that this needs to happen for the Blue Jays.
And I'll get you out of here on this, Julia. Don Mattingly as bench coach, and he made it clear right from the jump, he's not here after Schneider's job. What is a presence like this guy? What will this do for this young lineup of hitters that still need to learn some stuff?
Veteran leadership, which is something that I think we have talked about with the Blue Jays for the past couple of seasons. And now we see guys like Vladimir Guerrero Jr. sort of grow into this role. And what Don Mattingly brings is that experience, is that ability to help guide these guys that are on the brink of becoming leaders to maybe go over that threshold and actually become those presence in the clubhouse. And again, when you deal a guy like Teoscar Hernandez, when you have a rookie manager in John Schneider, that becomes paramount for the Blue Jays. And so I thought it was a good move, a well thought out move of bringing a veteran for that bench coach role so that John Schneider can be John Schneider and the Blue Jays can try new things and know that there is that steady hand in Don Mattingly.
Julia Kruez, MLB.com on the Jays offseason. So insightful. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You too.